What's up, guys? It's Jake from Triple W Outdoors, formerly known as Dirty Bird Waterfowlers. Yes, I know. We've changed the name on this YouTube channel 3 times, but it's okay because I've got some exciting new things coming your way. Got a lot more content to be put on this channel. It's going to be great. Now, the reason for the name change, again, I know I changed it about 3, 4 years ago to Dirty Bird Waterfowlers. The reason being, I started my guide company, I'd say about 2 years ago, and finally have, with that, I changed over my name on my Instagram, so that makes it where it's a little bit easier to navigate and find my YouTube channel, and all my social media. But the cool thing is, like I said, I've started the guide company, but this year we're gonna tackle more YouTube videos. That has been my goal, in-game goal. I've got a lot more knowledge about the sport, and it's going to be a fun time getting out there, showing you guys what I can do in the outdoors. And maybe, we could book a hunt together or, collaborate and do that sort of thing. And speaking of collaborating, I've also collabed with Texas Made Outfitters, and we've collabed and became a dual guide service, and we offer all kinds of things, but it makes it where I've got the south end of Texas portion, Anthony's got the north end portion of Texas, and we can accommodate almost any kind of hunt scenario that you're looking for in Texas. But back to myself, the cool thing about my style of duck hunting this year and what I want to do as far as my waterfowling career is I want to get out and do more in-depth videos and do more YouTube stuff and that sort of thing. So I know if you've been a long-term subscriber, I don't have very many, but I plan on having a bunch. Bear with me. Thanks for coming along on the ride. If you haven't noticed, I did get my braces off. That's super cool. But today's video is going to be a little bit of, explaining what's going on and how things are going. And we're going to get, later on in the video, we're going to get into a review. I'm not going to tell you what the review is, but let that be a little bit of a surprise. But first things on the list. So I've been avidly duck hunting since the first year I was in 7th or 8th grade, and now I'm almost done with college. So that tells you how long I've had a YouTube channel and how long I've been really avidly hunting ducks. I've obviously gotten a lot better at it. I've really keened in on how to do it, and my biggest thing that I want to do is show you how to really get into the sport and do it right. There's a lot of misconception about duck hunting and how people are doing it. A lot of people are, posting videos about sky blasting. My idea of what I want to get out as for you as a subscriber is to get, quality content. Know that I'm putting out videos where I'm finishing birds and still getting limits, and really getting to show that it's not all about killing ducks. It's not all about, throwing out massive spreads. It's about being out there with your friends and getting to see God's creation. So, without the further ado, we're going to get into the next segment. One of my favorite things that I've got going now is if you've been following my Instagram, you know that I've been hunting Boudreaux for about 4 years now. He's 5 now. And I've been dating Skylar for 2 of those years, and we've decided, come here, I got a new puppy. We got Skylar a duck hunting dog. This is Timber. She's the sweetest thing. She's absolutely a sweetheart. She loves getting after and retrieving balls and duck wings, and she's really getting to know the sport. She's already been out with us. If you follow my Instagram, you know a little bit about her, but she is a Catahoula chocolate lab. We really love her. She's sweet. She's just absolutely chill, man. She's the sweetheart, and we love her to death, and we hope that she's going to do great things in the duck hunting world. But let's get to the next segment. of this review. Alright guys, so what we're reviewing today, I'm going to unveil it right now. We are reviewing the tangle-free panel blind. And I know there's a couple of reviews on YouTube already about this blind, but I wanted to just give you my 2 cents worth about what I like about it, what I don't. There's not, and I'll go ahead and say it right now, there's not a whole lot of things I don't like about this blind. I've hunted it already for, I think, 25 hunts, and I've absolutely put this thing through the ringer. I've left it in the water overnight. I've put it on a duck blind in the elements overnight when it was raining. You know, put it in the salt water. I've put it in fresh water. I've put it in super muddy places, and the mud is washed right off, had no rust issues. And that's one thing I like about duck hunting equipment. If it's not durable, I don't need it. And this thing is absolutely a tank. So right now what you're seeing is I've got 2 panels set up. I've got a front and a back, but this is how I've been hunting it pretty regularly now. I hunt against a hay bale row right on the duck, right by where I'm duck hunting. The ducks have been going there feeding a lot, and I grass this thing up and put it against the hay bale row, and I hunt 6 to 7 guys in here, and I've had no issues. And but one thing I would like to say real quick to people who are watching, this is this blind is said to be a 4-man blind, but I would really say that it's about a 3 with a dog. As you can see, with 2 on the back, you can fit a lot more guys. But if you're just hunting 1 blind, I'd say before you try to squeeze 4 guys in here, I'd say that about an Avian X blind or Dakota blind. These small portable blinds, they say they're meant for 4 people. I would really hunt them with 3. That's what I like hunting them with, but the choice is yours. But the biggest thing I like about this, as far as other blinds in its class, it sets up in literally seconds. I can set this up by myself while the guys are throwing out the decoys, or I can literally show someone how to set this up if they're not familiar with it, and they can have it set up, ready to go in a matter of minutes. With Avian X blinds, there's all kinds of crossbars and all these other things that you've got to set up, and other portable blinds. This, it folds out, and then it's ready to go. But like with saying that it folds out, it also folds flat. So if you're going into a walk-in area, and I'll demonstrate this real quick. If you throw your decoys, if you're hunting a lot of guys and you throw a dozen decoys in there, they lay flat, you can throw this over the top and strap it down with a bungee cord, or I usually just use a strap, but it's not as heavy as you would think. You can drag this on your thing and it will not tip your jet sled over. That's one thing I really, really like about it, is the portability of this thing, and that you can actually walk into public places and hunt this thing. Sometimes you'll see that the Velcro will come undone. That's no big deal. But now we're going to get into what it looks like with it set up as a full blind. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set it, show you how easy this thing sets up. And granted, I'm not putting down the support poles on the ground, but this thing folds out. You can literally do it as one person. It folds out. Put your doors out. And that's it. It's got a lot of cool things that I like about it, especially being inside the blind. It's got a lot, the TPs, so it's got a lot of room even when it TPs, you've got a lot of room moving around in this thing. I don't have it set up the way, fully the way I would have it set up, but it's got a lot of room on the top. It's very spacious on the bottom. Got a lot of room for your gear and all that good stuff. One thing that I really like to talk about this blind is something I've noticed that you can't do with an AVNX A-frame or Dakota blinds. You can set your early at morning on at first lights. Ducks can't really see that well. Just like you probably can't see me that well right now. I apologize for the lighting situation, not the best for videos, but that's another thing. But back to what I was saying, the ducks can't really see you early in the morning, so what that makes is you can stand up in a blind, so you don't have to, you can't really see them really well early at first light, and they can't really see you. So if you're standing up, you can put your gun on the top of this blind, and it's really not going to go anywhere. I mean, it'll shake a little bit if people are really getting and busting and moving around, but if you lay it on top, it's pretty sturdy if you know what you're doing. Always try to be safe, but I mean it's ready to pick up and go just like that. But next thing I want to touch on is just how well it's built. I mean, like I said, guys, I put this thing through the ringer. I've left it in the mud, water, salt water, you name it, I've done it with this blind. I mean, I haven't had anything dry rot, none of the stuff. I've put new brush on it. I've got a whole big pile of brush right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll show you that in another segment. But I mean, the stubble straps are great. I mean, none of them have ripped. I mean, I ain't had anything on this blind rust. It's just been, super good to me. And yeah, I know I haven't used it for a full year, but I hunt this twice, usually a duck hunt in the morning and then go put it out and goose hunt in the evening. And I mean, I haven't had any trouble with it. I absolutely love this thing. So I'm gonna lay this down and we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. So as far as this thing goes, it's got the things that hold it together. I can't really, I think these are plastic clamps that keep all these panels together. They have them on the top and bottom, but like I said, I mean, I have no, as far as the metal bars in the middle, I have no rust issues. I think the bars in the middle are Cerakoted, but I mean, I don't have any rust anywhere, and I mean, it's been in lots and lots of salt water already. And mind you, yeah, I do after every hunt, I wash it really, really good. Take the material off and wash the crossbar, all the bars and stuff. But I mean, that's one thing. I can set this up real quick and show you that. It's fairly windy right now, and I don't even have the crossbars. And yeah, it's moving a little bit, but it's not, falling down on you. That's one thing I like about this. It's got so many, support attachments. It's got support attachment here on the bottom that you can stake it down on super windy days when it's like 30, blowing out of the north, 30 to 40. And, I mean, it's just got so much practicality to it, guys. Hey, Mr. Trash Man, what's up? It does, one thing I will say, if you want to brush it in good, it takes a lot of grass. You can see I just degrassed it. That's a pretty good pile of grass, and when you degrass them to put them up to store them in the house, if you don't leave the grass out, you're going to have a pretty good pile in your yard, just like I do. But that's not a huge deal. I will say that it is a lot lighter to bring in to the field without the brush and brush it in there than it is to bring in with a brush on it, but that's just one of those things that you just deal with. But like I said, I mean, it's made out of a really solid material. It goes up in minutes, and there's not much you can say else about this blind. I mean, I'd buy another one if I needed one, but right now I just don't. I've got enough blinds to hunt 6 or 7 guys the way I hunt, and it just works great for me. So guys, thanks for watching this video. I'm sorry if the video quality wasn't all that great. It's really sunny today, and I don't have all my video gear here. All of it's over at my apartment, and I'm at my parents' house for the weekend. They're over in Florida having a good old time. But be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and tell me what you think about this review. Tell me what you'd like to see more of, and that sort of thing. And other than that, I'd say later.